I want to talk to you about something that I'm seeing every single day. Seniors not able to pay for their groceries, not able to afford their basic necessities. People who have worked for 40 years, did everything right, and now they're choosing between their medications and their food, and it's horrible. And it doesn't have to be this way. I'm Frank Hanlon, a financial advisor, investment advisor, and a realtor. And here's something that is going to shock you. According to Food Banks Canada, seniors accessing food banks has increased by 50% in the last 2 years. 50%. In Ontario alone, that's 118,000 seniors who have used a food bank in the last year. That's our mom and dads. That's 118,000 people that have paid into the system and now they need emergency food just to survive. The majority of them own their own homes. They have the equity, but they don't know how to use it. And here's what makes this even harder. The adult kids would love to help, but the kids are feeling the same financial squeeze. Mortgages, childcare, inflation, car payments. They've been telling their parents for years, Mom, Dad, you need to get out of the city. But the parents will not do it because they have memories in that house. The kitchen where they made birthday cakes every single year. The backyard where the kids learned how to ride their bikes and skin their knees. The living room where they celebrated every single Christmas. I get it. Those memories matter. But here's what I need you to hear. The memories are not in that house. The memories are in your heart. And right now, that house is preventing you from making new memories. Memories of taking your grandkids on trips. Memories of actually enjoying your retirement instead of stressing about bills. Memories of saying yes when the adult children invite you to dinner instead of making excuses because you can't afford the gas. It's time to create new memories. And you have the equity to do it, guys. Because here's what's happening right now that nobody wants to talk about. More and more seniors are moving in with their adult children. Multi-generational. We're seeing it all over. Not because they want to, because they can't afford to live independently anymore. I'm seeing retired couples and or widowers giving up their homes, their independence, their dignity, and moving in with the kids into their basements or into the spare bedroom. And it's breaking everyone's heart because it's not good for anyone. The seniors lose their independence. The adult kids lose their space, their privacy, their ability to help their own children. Marriages are getting strained. Grandkids lose their playrooms. Everyone is stressed. And the worst part is it doesn't even solve the problem because even when you're living in the kids' basement, seniors still have a need for money, for medications, personal items, occasional expenses. And now the kids are supporting 3 generations on one income. Life is expensive and nobody's thriving in this situation. But I can give you hope because you don't have to choose between struggling alone or burdening your kids. There is a third option. And it starts with the equity that you're sitting on in your home. Let me show you the math that explains this and why it's happening. Now, your CPP is maxed out in 2026 for $1,433 a month. That's the maximum. Most people are getting between $700 and $900. But let's say that you're one of the lucky ones and you get $1,200 a month. Plus your OAS of 707, if you were here for 40 years in Canada. Combined for each couple, that's about $3,800 a month. Now, let me show you what actually happens if you stay or buy in the GTA. So you go and buy a small condo in Mississauga for $650. And then the property tax, the condo fees, the insurance, and the utilities are $1,380 just to keep the roof on your head. You got $2,400 left. Now, you need your groceries, you got your car and insurance and gas, you got your phone and internet. Then you're going to have a few prescriptions that you're going to have to pay. Minimum is going to be $100 for the deductible a year. Plus you want some clothes, maybe go out for dinner every once in a while. That's going to be about $2,400. What you're going to have left every month is $50 for emergencies, gifts for the grandkids, haircuts, car repairs, and maybe you want to go travel. This is why I'm seeing seniors at grocery stores putting the items back. This is why they're skipping their medications. This is why seniors are moving back in with the kids. This is why retirement in the GTA feels like poverty. You're not retired, you're surviving. And here's what makes it even worse. Most people think that they're just going to top it up with their savings. But if you stay in the GTA, your living costs are so high that you're withdrawing 6 or 7% of your portfolio every year, and at that rate, your money is going to run out in 15 years. So by the time you're 80 years old, you're now moving in with the kids anyways, because you're broke. But here's what I want you to understand. You have equity. You have options. You have the ability to change this right now. If you relocate to a lower cost area, your government benefits are actually going to work. That same $3,800 in CPP and OAS will work because you've now dropped your expenses by $2,600. Dufferin Gray, Simcoe County. Suddenly you have $1,200 of surplus just from your government benefits. Plus then you've got your investment income on top of that. You're not actually depleting your savings, now you're building them. You're not choosing between groceries and medication. You're booking trips to see the grandkids. You're not putting items back at checkout. You're living the retirement that you have earned. You're not moving in with the kids. You're maintaining your independence and your dignity. CPP and OAS work perfectly fine if you don't live in the GTA. The problem isn't the government benefits. The problem is that you're trying to live in one of the most expensive housing markets in the country. But you have the equity in your home to fix this. And here's what you need to understand. The reality of this problem is getting worse every year. Food bank usage isn't going down, it's going up. Housing costs are not decreasing, they're increasing. CPP and OAS aren't able to keep up with inflation. This isn't getting better, it's getting worse. So don't be stuck in the problem. Make the change before it's too late, because here's the hard truth that nobody wants to say. Only you are going to take care of you. Your kids want to help, but they can't. The government provides benefits, but they're not enough. Nobody is coming to save you, but you have the power yourself. You have the equity in your home. You have the options. You have the ability to make a decision that changes everything, but you have to make it. Not next year, not when things get desperate, now, while you still have your choices. Now, if this is something that you want to follow, subscribe and turn on the notifications. Every week, I'm going to show you how to retire comfortably with the value of your home, with real numbers and real solutions. And if you are between 55 and 70 and own that home in the GTA, and you're worried about how you're going to be able to afford to retire, I'm going to help you make that decision so that you don't have to move in with the kids. If that's something that you would like to see, DM the word benefits. I will create a complete 40-page retirement analysis showing you exactly what your CPP, OAS, and home equity can do together. Other financial planners are going to charge you $5,000 for this analysis, and I include it for free when you work with me to sell your home. I'll show you the exact numbers versus staying side by side every year for 30 years. No cost, no pressure. Just the truth about what's possible for you, because what I'm seeing every day with seniors struggling, moving in with their kids and losing their independence, it doesn't have to be you. Life is expensive, but you have the equity in your home to change this.